All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to say Kahalayim La Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Kakwadash. Double honors to our apostles, the great millstone. Peace and salutations to you, election out there scattered abroad, just doing his work, truth and sincerity. All right, which this whole thing is all about. So it's a book of Psalms, the 67th chapter, and the first verse. And it says, the Most High, to the chief musician of Neganoth, a song. The Most High, Yahweh shall be merciful unto us, and bless us, and cause his face to shine upon us, Selah, that thy way may be known upon the earth, thy saving health amongst all nations. So it says, thy saving health amongst all nations. So because when the earth is given back into our hands, and the ways of the Lord are expounded upon the earth, that's going to be the saving health amongst all nations. All right, starting with the house of Israel. All right, but going on to the rest of the nations, that they're gonna benefit off of us. All right, off of our power, off of our rulership. The Lord said He will bring healing to the nations, right, to the world, through the Israelites, His chosen people. Now, so the third verse says, "Let the people praise Thee, O Most High." It says, "Let the people praise Thee, O Most High, and let all the people praise Thee. Oh, let all the nations be glad and sing for joy, for Thou shalt judge the people righteously and govern the nations upon the earth." Selah. Let the people praise Thee, O Most High, and let all the people praise Thee. The sixth verse, then the earth shall yield her increase, and the Most High, even our power, shall be with us and shall bless us. The Most High shall bless us, and all the ends of the earth shall fear Him. Okay. So the thing is, right? The earth shall yield her increase. Why is it referred to as a her and not a he? Why is the earth referred to as a her? Because the earth is like the that's why I call it Mother Earth, right? Because the earth, the scripture tell you, Jeremiah 3rd chapter. First of all, Sirach 36, right? It says the 21st verse. So woman will receive her every man, yet one daughter is better than another. All right. You got good women and you got evil women, right? Yet one daughter is better than another. You got good land and you got bad, you got good putty and you got, that's how it goes. Now it says the 22nd verse. The beauty of a woman cheered the countenance, and a man loveth none better. If there be kindness and meekness and comfort in her tongue, then is not her husband like any other man. He that getteth a wife begetteth a possession, and a help like unto himself, and a pillar of rest. Where there is no hedge, the possession is spoiled, and he that have no wife will wander up and down mourning. Now, Jeremiah, the 3rd chapter. Matter of fact, I'm gonna start the 2nd chapter. And the 1st verse. Moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Go cry into the ears of Jerusalem, saying, Thus saith the Lord, I remember thee the kindness of thy youth, the loving kindness of thy espousals, when thou wentest after me in the wilderness, in a land that was not sown. Israel was holiness unto the Lord, and the first fruits of his increase. All that devour him shall offend, evil shall come upon them, saith the Lord. That's the heathens, right? Now, the first fruits of his increase, starting with the Israelites, sons of God, right? The earth is referred to as a woman because the earth was created for our sakes. And it says when a man beget the possession, he beget a wife beget possession onto himself, right? The Lord is going to make make the earth to yield his increase like a fine damsel, because the earth is going to be turned to a fine damsel, a fine creation. See, like, for instance, like a coach, a father. When you go to the word husbandman, it goes into the word husbandry, which is the planting of the seed. Now, when you read Jeremiah the 3rd chapter, and the 1st verse, it says, if a man put away his wife and go from him and become another man's, shall he return unto her again? See, it says in Job 9:24, the earth is given to the hands of the wicked. So the earth has been given to another man, not to the Israelite man. The earth has to go back to the true husbandman, the husbandman that waited for the first fruits. Let's get that too. The husbandman waiteth for the first fruits. What first fruits? The first fruits of the kingdom. All right, because the earth is referred to as a woman, and she will really yield her increase to the righteous man. Just like when you deal with a woman, you know, a girl may have other dudes in her life, but until she meets a real man and put her in check, put her in order, and make her to understand her true value as a woman, and make her understand herself and what's going on in her life, then you want to get the best out of that woman. That woman will not be in her greatest form. Like she's not being used in her proper form. It says Romans 1:26. They have left the natural use of the woman, burned to their lust one to another. See, the women are being used as tax havens, you know. They're being taxed, they're being used for this and for that, not for being mothers, not for see the scripture tell you if you get a wife, if you have a daughter, give her to a man of understanding. The earth is going to be given to men of understanding, man. Men of fruitful dispositions, man, you know, men of wisdom, not the so-called white man, not the devil. The earth is already in the hands of the devil. And the Lord allowed these things to happen so you can see what it's like when life is given to the devil. When life meets death, you know, the creation is representing life. The animals, the trees, the ecosystems, the waters, you know, the light, sun, you know, Esau turned everything upside down. So I says that the turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. All right. So James 5 and verse 5, it says, "You have lived on pleasure on the earth, have been wanton. You have nourished your hearts as in the day of slaughter." How did he live in pleasure? By slaughter. Slaughtering the animals, slaughtering the trees, slaughtering the Israelites, slaughtering anyone that opposes his demonic dreams. You know, his magna carta, his manifest destiny, you know. So it says, 6th verse, "You have condemned and killed the just, and he does not resist you." You see Jake, do you look at Jake resisting this devil? Nah, they're not resisting this devil. They didn't lay down and spread the cheeks to this devil. You know, all the nations are, they're all scared of this devil. But the Lord said, a remnant he had left behind that would not bow the knee to the image of Baal. That remnant is going to reform the earth in the Lord's image. And the earth will yield its increase. Psalms 67 and verse 6. All right. So it says, James 5 and 7, "Be patient, therefore, brethren, unto the coming of the Lord. Behold, the husbandman waited for the precious fruit of the earth, the precious fruit of the earth, and have long patience for it until he received the early and latter rain." Sirach 40. We'll go over there. And the 17th verse. It says, "Bountifulness is as the most fruitful garden." What garden? The garden east of Eden. "And mercifulness endureth forever. To labor and to be content, that which a man hath is a sweet life." Right now, we don't have a sweet life. Nobody has a sweet life. I was watching this movie. Called what the hell was the name of this? It was on what was it? Was it on Prime Video? One of these movies. But it was To Catch a Serial Killer, some shit like that. To Catch a Serial Killer. Yeah, To Catch a Serial Killer. And the dude was a sniper. He was just taking people out from different places. From he'll take like 10 people out from one location, and nobody could find him. But at the end of the movie, they actually found him. Whatever. And when he was trapped into the corner, he was like, "Man, everything's a prison. Life is a prison, man. The world has become a prison. The world is a prison. The world is a prison under the white man, man." All right. Everything is a subscription service. You don't own nothing. You're gonna own nothing. Be happy. All right. Your kids ain't yours. Your girl ain't yours. You know, unless by some miracle of the Spirit of the Lord, you know, the Lord bring you some good thing. But more than likely, that's why it says in 1 Corinthians 7, it says, "They that have you wise be as though they had none," man. All right. Right about the 29th verse. So the earth has become a prison, man. All right. Everything's a prison under the devil, you know. So it says, "To labor and to be contented with is a sweet life, but he that findeth treasure is above them both. Children in the building of a city continue a man's name." How your name gonna continue here? These women, they don't want to take your name. When they marry you, they do. Smith Schuster. They keep their fucking names. You know, I ain't taking your name. You know, my name is more important. Kim Kardashian West. I'm Kim Kardashian. I ain't Mrs. West. You see that? And that's why these marriages don't work, man, because she's not your possession. The earth can't work because the earth is not the white man's true possession. Yes, given to him for a little time and a little season, a mismanager, if you will. But eventually, there has to be a restructuring of the company order, man. Eventually, your dumb ass is gonna drive the earth into bankruptcy, man. Like you've done, killing off all the animals, not keeping the land Sabbath. That's the land Sabbath gives the increase of the earth, man. You give the land its rest every 7 years, man. See, you devils don't understand the ways of the Lord, man. You know, and a lot of you Israelites don't understand the ways of the Lord. You know, talk about the laws and the laws and laws. Well, that's one of the laws, man. That's not being kept. You know, here it is. They're harassing brothers outside. You know, like the IUIC was when it was sitting up there with the guy, the brother in London. You know, this is a waste of time dealing with these dudes because they don't understand what this truth is about, man. They don't understand what this truth is about. This truth is about the governance of the world, man. The rulership of the kingdom. They don't have no kingdom-like mindset. Some fringes don't make you have a ruling class mindset, man. You see that? The fringes are a sign of things to come, man. We don't walk around with fringes every day. I haven't walked around with fringes in years, man. Like the first couple of months, I might have wore my fringes around there, but I understood now, knowing better. You know, I haven't done that in years. I only wear my fringe while I'm outside teaching because we have a bigger fight to fight. You know, this is a spiritual thing. Scripture say we walk by spirit, not by sight. We walk by the spirit, not by sight. So the outward appearance of man, Scripture say Romans 2 and 27. He that is a Jew inwardly, not outwardly. All right. So, anyways, going back to Sirach, the 40th chapter, right? The children in the building of the city continue in man's name, but a blameless wife is counted above them both. Wine and music rejoice the heart, but the love of wisdom is above them both. Okay. Now, let me jump to the point. 27 verse, right? It says, the fear of the Lord is a fruitful garden and cover him above all glory. So the fear of the Lord is a fruitful garden. Now the earth will be a fruitful garden underneath our tutelage. You know, underneath the tutelage of the men of the Lord of the men of Israel, man. So Psalm 67 and 6. Then shall the earth yield her increase, and the Most High, even our power, shall bless us. When a woman is with a righteous man, and you see her from the youth up, you know, she marries him young, you know, whatever the case may be. That's a fruitful garden right there. That's 7, 8 kids ready to come out there. That's a life of no STDs. That's a life of no heartbreak and baby mama drama and baby daddy drama and court dramas and all that shit. See, the people don't understand the importance of goddamn marriage, man. Marriage is important, man. You don't understand why you got to be up under your husband until your ass get with some nigga that destroys you. You see, you don't understand the importance of having a lord over you that gets the best out of you, man. Just like the earth. The earth will not give its best until it has the best running it. The aristocrats. You know, you hear that word being thrown around by the brotherhood. The aristocrats, yeah, the aristocracy, the best to rule. The devil, he's not the best to rule. He's the worst to rule, man. That's the word kakistocracy. Kakistocracy is the worst to rule. That's what we're in. We're in a kakistocracy, man, with a K. You know, kakistocracy. So so it says the Most High shall bless us, and all the earth's ends of the earth shall fear him. So the fear of the Lord, Sirach 40 and 27, the fear of the Lord is a fruitful garden and cover him above all glory. My son, lead not a beggar's life, for it's better to die than to beg. So it's better to die in this place than to be a baby boomer, than to live like 80 some years, man. You see? The baby boomers, they had their life up here, you know. Little Gen Z, what the fuck is your life gonna be in this society? You know, I was watching this little video where they, you know, they were talking about the future. There ain't no future here, man. The future is dystopia, like the third Matrix, man. Every fucking thing was dark. You know, the people were in cocoons and shit. They were being fed by machines. That's what we're living in, man. Dark earth, bro. When the sun comes out, that's the only time, brother, we get a little happiness. You know what I'm saying? The sun comes out. See, in the third Matrix, bro, the sun wasn't even out. The machines had blocked out all the sun, man, and it was harvesting the humans. You know, they were harvesting the humans. So the earth can't yield its increase underneath this devil. All right. Neither can a woman yield her increase to a Pookie, or a Edomite, or one of these other nations, man. You know, these other nations don't even know how to manage the earth the right way, because all of you had the ability to rule. That was the Lord's mercy. He gave each and every one of you an empire, and what did you do? You fucked it all up. You know, but see, the Edomite, he was just the worst one because he destroyed the earth. Scripture say Jeremiah 51:25, man. I'll destroy them. I'm against thee that destroy the earth. I'll destroy thee, roll thee down from the hills that destroying mountain. You know, I'll burn thee down, make thee a burnt mountain. You know. So Jeremiah 3:1, they say if a man put away his wife and she shall go from him and become another man's, shall he return unto her again? And shall not that land be greatly polluted? But thou hast played the harlot with many lovers, yet return thou unto me, saith the Lord. Now, the world is the earth is greatly polluted, right? Now, us as Israelites, we're greatly polluted. Now, the elect of us have come back. The Lord has made us clean in the spirit. Pretty soon, He's about to give us the new bodies, give us the release, give us a cleansing. You know what I mean? But as the scriptures say, a new heavens and new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness. The earth got to be cleansed. It says in Numbers, the 35th chapter, and the 33rd verse, it says that the land cannot be cleansed but the blood of him that shed it. So the land got to be cleansed by fire. It says a new heavens, new earth. How's that going to come? By the way of fire. You know? So Sirach 26:19, it says, my son, keep the flower of thy age sound and give not thy strength to strangers. The earth is under strangers, man. Strangers, strange fellows, lewd fellows of the baser sort. That's who's running the earth. Psalms 12:7. It says, the wicked walk on every side when the vilest men are exalted. All right. So it says the 20th verse, when thou hast gotten a fruitful possession through all the field, sow it with thy own seed, trusting in the goodness of thy stock. Trust it. It says, drink water out of thy own cisterns, right? See, we're gonna make this earth in our image, man. All right, we're not gonna continue in the ways of the West, in the ways of the devil, in the ways of the Edomite. All right, scripture says, seek out the old path, Jeremiah 6:16, man. Wherein is the right way. We used to till the land the right way. We used to take care of each other. You know what I'm saying? We used to keep the laws. We used to look at each other as something valuable. You know what I mean? You didn't look at somebody as a fucking paycheck. You know, that's how people look at you. You're a paycheck, and the earth is a paycheck, and everybody around you is a paycheck. Everything's for profit, capitalism, and all this bullshit that Esau had. The capitalism that destroyed the earth, man. Fracking and all this other shit. You know. So it says, and that's the white man's way. That's the devil's way. That's not our way. All right. Seeking the old paths. That's the old way. All right. When thou hast gotten a fruitful possession, the earth is a fruitful possession. The Lord's going to give it back to us. A wife, a woman, a little damsel, a young, any type of woman, that's a fruitful possession. You make her a woman. See, a woman's born and she got, she get her period, boom. She can have kids, but let some monkey Pookie Ray come in there and spread his seed all in there. What's gonna happen? Her life's gonna be fucking miserable and terrible. She's gonna hate herself. She's gonna hate everybody. She's gonna hate this. She's gonna have problems in her fucking mind. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it's gonna go. Unless she gets with a righteous man, a righteous brother, man, a man that could get the best up out of her. You get a collection of superstars like the Galacticos. Unless you get somebody great to coach them, they're just gonna be a bunch of fucking idiots that just running around doing revelas and shit, but they don't have no goddamn structure, man. You see what I'm saying? They don't got no leader. The coach is the leader, man. Okay, this is how we're gonna set up the team. Okay, you got. All right, I'm gonna use the 2008, 2009 six tuple team, man. Pep Guardiola. You got Messi. You got Eto'o. You got Henry. I let you bring in Jose Mourinho or some of these dudes, and they would have fucked that. They wouldn't have been historic as the way it was. You see, he create a structure around that team. All right, the Galacticos didn't win a goddamn thing because they didn't have a structure. They didn't have a team. They didn't win nothing. David Beckham, Luis Figo, this one, that one, Ronaldo, the fat one. But they didn't win a goddamn. Nobody remembers them for being old greats. Who the ones that changed football? How did they change football, man? I'm not talking about this American pigskin bullshit. I'm talking about that bullshit. I'm talking about real football. All right, the gentleman's game. All right. How did they become historic, man? They became historic through Pep Guardiola, man, through Alex Ferguson. That's how they create great teams. Renus Mitchell, Johan Cruyff. They created a structure. You know what I'm saying? Got the best out of their players. Same thing with the woman. Same thing with the earth. You know, you gotta be the one. The man gotta be the one that get the best out the woman, man. The woman by herself, she just become a fucking shell of what the hell she really is, man. You know, a true damsel, a princess, man, a mother, man. She ain't gonna be none of them things with some fucking Pookie or some Edomite, man. The Edomite just gonna run her ass, make videos talking about, hey, this is how easy it is to clap black cheeks. That's all he fucking cares about, man. He don't care about you. You see, the Pookie just gonna pimp your ass out and turn your ass to a slut, and then when he's done with you, toss you to the curb. That's that's what these niggas have become. That's your many lovers that have used you Israelites, that have used the earth. That's the other nations and these little sellout pastors and shit, them niggas that have destroyed the vineyard, Jeremiah 12 and 10. That's what they are, man. You know, many pastors have devoured my vineyard and treaded down underfoot. They seen something good. You see a vineyard, a fruitful field, all right? And some mismanager comes along and fucks it all up. You see? That's why the scripture tell you, you get her young and you make her a real woman. You understand? Give her to a man of understanding. Don't give her to some fucking random kook. You know? He gonna fuck her up, man. And then you gonna end up with a polluted woman. And that's what the fuck has happened in this society, bro. You know, this world has become a shell of its former self, or what it actually could be. The potential is there, it's just untapped. That's what they say, untapped potential. Well, the earth has unlimited untapped potential, man, which the devil is not equipped to exploit or to bring forth. Or he could exploit it, I should say. He could exploit it. He just can't get it in its best form. He exploit the shit out the earth and drain it until it's done for. Then he gonna go to some other planet. That's what he show you in the movies. You know, he fuck up the earth, then he gonna go somewhere else. No, that's not how it works. All right, it's not how it works. So Sirach 26 and the 20th verse. When thou hast gotten a fruitful possession through all the fields, sow it with thy own seed, trusted in the goodness of thy stock. So thy race, which thou leavest, shall be magnified, having the confidence of their good descent. A harlot shall be counted as spittle, but a married woman is a tower against death to her husband. Now, why does it mention a fruitful possession through all the field, and then it goes on to mention a wife and a whore and a harlot? Because it's all tied in. The Lord is all tied in, man. A woman, the earth, the fruitful field, the seed, the husbandman, it's all tied in, man. It all loops in together. You see? So it says, Isaiah 28:19. It says, in that day, what day? The day that the Lord gives us back the fruitful, the vine, you know, that gives us back the truth, gives us back the power to govern his creation in the proper way, you know? Give us the knowledge, wisdom, understanding. You know, the truth in its full entirety. Right now, we see through a glass darkly. We ain't got no power to change things right now. We just sitting there talking, you know, cursing people out, and they talking to you and shit like that. No, see, the scripture say, 1 Peter 4:11, any man speak, let him speak as the oracles of the Most High. The ones that are gonna be speaking, making decisions are gonna be the oracles of the Most High, man. Not you fucking clowns out there talking about the earth is gonna go. The Lord might come back 1,000 years from now. You see, 1,000 years, the scripture say it'd be no flesh left to be saved, man. We'll all be dead, man. We'll all be in the grave, you know. They already got 2030 plans where they're going to micro-see people, man. You know, and you niggas are talking about 1,000 fucking years, bro. You know, you niggas should be ashamed of your goddamn selves, and you're not the true men of Yahweh by Shem Yahushai, man. All right, you niggas are mismanagers, brother. You the type of dudes that will get a woman and fuck her all up, man. You understand what I'm saying? You ain't the real managers of this earth. You ain't the real stewards of the Most High's gospel, man, or his earth, for that matter. You know. So, anyways, Isaiah 29:18. It's an insult for you niggas call yourselves prophets of the Lord, man. If the Lord gave you the earth, you would have fucked it all up, man. Like you fuck up everything else you touch, man. You see? So in that day shall the deaf hear the words of the book, and the eyes of the blind shall see out of obscurity and out of darkness. The meek shall increase their joy in the Lord, and the poor among men shall rejoice in the Holy One of Israel. For the terrible one is brought to naught, and the scorner is consumed, and all that watch for iniquity are cut off. They make a man an offender for a word, and lay a snare for him that reprove in the gate, and turn aside the just for a thing or not. Therefore, Jacob's face shall not, it's like it. Therefore, thus saith the Lord who redeemed Abraham concerning the house of Jacob. Jacob's face shall not be ashamed, neither shall his face now wax pale. We're not going to be looking for our food anymore. You know, we're not going to be afraid. Our face is not going to wax pale. All right. We ain't going to be looking for the one of all things to the enemy, you know, looking for him to our crops and lease of land and shit. You can't even build your own shit without him coming in there talking about, no, you can't use this type of seed. You can't do this. This is not your land. You know, this is not your stuff. You know, you got to ask me for permission to cut down a tree, but he could come down there and destroy all the forest. The scriptures are about power, man. All right. The scriptures are about power. The scriptures say the kingdom of heaven coming out by observation. The kingdom of heaven is going to come here on the earth, and the Lord is going to establish his rulership above these rulerships of the planet Earth. These American governments and all this fucking shit, the UN, the Council of Foreign Relations, the white man, the secret powers that be, you know, all these governments, Russia and the Chinese and all these people. Scripture say, Revelation 19, the 11th to 12th verse, it says, many crowns are upon his head, man. All right. And of the increase of his government, Isaiah 96, shall be no end. The increase of his government. Why? Because he's going to make the earth increase, man. He's going to make his men increase his people. That's why I said you're going to be a fruitful vine. As once you were a degenerate plant of a strange vine unto me, now you're going to be a fruitful vine. You see? So it says, Jacob face will not wax pale. 23rd verse. And when he seeth his children, the work of my hands, the fruit of the womb, that's the reward of the Lord. You see? The woman is a reward. You put your seed up in there. You know what I'm saying? The pleasure that comes with sleep. You're digging and stroking, and then boom, comes out your seed, comes out your reward. All right, but the Lord has tainted your rewards. What did he do? Because you been a rebel. So now he tainted you. He gave your woman the curses and all kind of shit. They hate your guts, and they talk shit about you, and they do all the shit that they do to you. Why? Because of the same things you did as a people. That's why I don't, you know, you sit there laughing at your own people. You're laughing at your fucking self, man. You understand? Yeah, it's cool, it's funny, you know, brothers might get a little entertainment out of shit, but it's not really, you know, it's the white man sit there and talk about his people like that because he's not under the curses, man. You understand what I'm saying? All right, we're gonna heal these people, man. We're gonna build them back up. We're gonna heal the earth. You know what I mean? So it says the 23rd verse. And when he seeth his children, the work of my hands, in the midst of him, they shall sanctify my name and sanctify the Holy One of Jacob, and they shall fear the God of Israel. They also that erred in spirit shall come to understanding. You had an erred in spirit, but you're going to come to understanding. And they that murmur shall learn the doctrine. Now, Colossians 1 and verse 10, it says that ye might walk worthy of the Lord unto all pleasing, and be fruitful in every good work. The Lord said be fruitful and multiply, right? Hey, well, we're going to be fruitful in every good work. We're going to build this earth up the right way. We're going to build these women up the right way. They're going to be wives, and they're going to take care of their business. The curse ain't going to be on us. Our face shall not wax pale. The enemy ain't going to come through and thrust you like he's been doing, and take your lands and take your increase. You know, you're going to be a fruitful vine, and the earth is going to be fruitful. And just like your women, they're going to bring forth hundreds of thousands of children, man. You know, you're going to have hundreds of women, hundreds of wives, hundreds of lands, thousands of acres and millions of acres of land. You see what I'm saying? Not just this land, but other planets as well. John 14 and 2. In my Father's house are many mansions. If it was not so, I wouldn't have told you this. You know? So first comes the defeating of the devil, removing death out the way. That's you. That's you, devils. You represent death, man. And we represent life. So when we are in rulership, scripture say Proverbs 29 and 2, that when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. The earth rejoices. You see? Everything rejoices. That says in Romans, the 8th chapter. It says what? The whole creation even now growing together for the manifestation of the sons of the God, of the sons of the power. You know? The whole creation now groaneth together. Because yes, the earth is alive. The earth is alive. The trees are alive. The spirit, the water has spirits in it, man. Everything got spirits in it. The Lord is in all things. Scripture say the Lord is in all things. So Colossians 1 and 10, it says, being fruitful in every good work, increasing in the knowledge of the Most High. And when we increase in the knowledge of the Most High, the earth is the better for it. Just like you, when you go to college or something or whatever the hell, you get a degree, you do this, whatever, you increasing your knowledge in this world. And that's good for your household, man, because now you bring in more money, you're doing this, you're doing that, whatever the case may be, So, hey, as we increase in knowledge, it's going to be good for the whole world, man, because here it is, the Lord's going to be with us, and everybody's going to be taken care of, man, including you heathens, too. We're going to kick you in your ass for 1,000 years, but Esau's going to be eliminated, out the picture. But, hey, we're gonna take care of these nations, as long as they fulfill Zechariah the 14th chapter, as long as they obey, they're gonna be good. They're gonna be fruitful. We're gonna have land, crops. They're gonna have water to irrigate their crops. They're gonna have families. We ain't gonna break up their families and cause them to be niggas to each other and shit, like you did to us. You heathens did to us. You helped forward our affliction. You see that? We're gonna build up these nations. We're gonna make them prosperous people, man. And they're gonna worship the Lord through us. So everything's gonna be in order, and they're gonna be used for what they're supposed to do. They're not gonna be sitting up there competing for power. All these nations got their qualities, man. The Lord created them for certain things. Like the Moabite. The Moabite, he's a good drawer. He animates shit and he creates vehicles and all this other shit. And he's gonna be put to do that. We're gonna put your ass in the STEM fields, make it work in science, technology, and math, man. That's what you Moabites and you Ammonites gonna do. You're gonna work in science, technology, and math and all that shit, man. See, leave the rulership to the ones that the professionals. Leave the make decision making to the judges, man. And you niggas shouldn't be making no decisions about nothing, ecosystem and nothing. You just worry about fucking building stuff. Just build stuff in the factory, man. Just build it, and entertain. The Moabite is a good entertainer, man. Like Jackie Chan, which he might go back to Jake, maybe, possibly. But he's a good entertainer, man. Do some dances, do some shit like that. Esau, he's a good grunt. Esau's a grunt, man. He's a caveman. Pick some fucking rocks, man, and build up the kingdom. That's what you're gonna do. And then after you're gonna be removed. You're gonna build up the kingdom and you're gonna be removed, man. Ishmael, he's a wild man. What the hell Ishmael gonna do? We gonna see, but Ishmael gonna be working in whatever field he's gonna be good for. What's good for? You see, when you was in slavery, they'll line up Jake and they'll say, look at this big mandingo right here. Oh, yeah, this guy, he's a good prize fighter right there. Look at him, strong, got good teeth. Yeah, he's good, Look at that woman right there. She's a baby maker right there. Look at them hips. Look at them birthing hips she got. You see that? Yeah, the white man, he's seeing you, but see, he's not wired right in the head. So he see a little boy. The little boy, I'm gonna use him for my purposes. That's his fucking mentality. But Isaiah chapter 9, verse 6, for unto us a child is born, and unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder, and his name shall be called the Wonderful Counselor, the Mighty Power, and the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace. Of the increase of his government and peace there shall be no end, a fruitful kingdom, a new heavens and a new earth, where what dwelleth righteousness. And upon his kingdom to order it, and upon the throne of David, and upon his kingdom to order it and to establish it with judgment and with justice. And from henceforth, even forever, the zeal of the Lord of hosts will perform this. For the Lord sent a word into Jacob, and they have lighted upon Israel. See? So the word, the illumination, the true illuminated ones, the enlightened ones, the ones need to be making some decisions are the Israelites, the men of the Lord, the men of the Most High. All right? The men of the Lord, the spiritual men. Scripture say the spiritual man judge all things. 1 Corinthians 15, 2 and 15, man. but he himself is judge no man. Why is that? Because he's the decision maker, the illuminated one. Like King David. Nobody could judge King David. King David was an adulterer with bloody hands. But the Lord said, that's my man right there. I gave him the kingdom. I gave him the keys of the kingdom. I didn't give it to you niggas. Don't come up against my servant David, and don't come up against Moses. I'll turn your ass into a white man. I'll turn you into a white woman. You come up against David, and you come up against my anointed, man. You see that? That's what happens to you dumb niggas. You keep coming up against the men of the Lord, and they get judged. Why? Because you're not the enlightened ones. You see? Anyways, going on, it says Deuteronomy 32:7, right? So in Isaiah 9 and the 7th verse, it says, of the increase of his government. Now, let me go, matter of fact, let me go back to Psalm the 67th chapter. I want to get the 6th verse, and I'll get the word for increase. See what it says. Increase, man. Is the earth increasing under the white man? Is anybody increasing? No, you're just regressing, just getting worse and worse, getting fatter, getting older, dying quicker, you know, being more stupid. You got the information age, and the people are more fucking stupid, man. The people are more dumbed down. Everything's 15-minute cities. That's the way of this society. Everything's quick, microwavable. Just read the headline of the story. Nobody even reads no more, man. Nobody even digs deep into information. They just read the first fucking thing that they see, because everybody's a dumbass. Like the white man is. You know, take everything from face value. He doesn't see the earth for what it really is. He doesn't see the women for what they really are. He doesn't see you Jakes, you Israelite men, the Lord's precious gold. He don't see you for what you are. He just see you as a commodity he could buy and sell. He could build himself up with, you know. So it has to be a change of guard, man. Sirach 10:8, because unrighteous dealings and injuries got by deceit, they cannot translate it from one people to another, because of all this wickedness, you know, because of all this mismanagement. The Lord says he's angry with the wicked every day. When you see the boss, you see the CEO coming in there in the company, he see his workers slacking off and doing all this bullshit. You see, there's gonna be a lot of firing that happens, man. There's gonna be a restructuring of the company. A lot of heads gonna roll. You see that? That's what happens with no different with the Lord's looking at the earth and what the inhabitants of the earth have done. You know, especially the rulers. Scripture says there's an error that proceeds from the ruler. Ecclesiastes 5:8, man. It says, if thou seest violent perverting a judgment in a province, marvel not. For he that's higher than the highest have seen it. He is higher than they. So he's beholding it. He sees just like you see it. He's the one that set it up. Okay? And it's only for an appointed time. So everybody can learn to fear him. That's really what it's all about. The Lord's ego. This whole thing is about the Lord's ego, man. The Lord's glory. It's my glory. I did this. He said, I did this. He said, there's no other God but me. That's what he told you. It's about like a man. A man, look, right now, everything's about the white man's ego. You see that? I'm the white man. I created this. He lied about going to the fucking moon just so he could be the great white power, you know? He lied about all this shit. We went to the moon. That's a fucking lie, bro. But hey, it's the white man's ego. And anybody questions it, nigga, you crazy, you going to jail. You see that? That's what a dictator does. The Most High is nothing different. He's a dictator. In righteousness, he's merciful though, but he's a dictator, and he's all about me. It's all about him. He said, for my sake, I do this. I didn't do it for y'all's sake. I'm going to clean this up for my sake, because you didn't dirty my name up. You see that? But see, the difference is that the Lord is merciful, and he shares, and he gives, you know, and he's great and merciful and forgiving, you know, not like the devil, you know. But anyway, so get the word for increase. The word for increase. Strong's 2981. It says produce fruit, produce out the soil. Dama, right? Meaning from the earth, from the ground, right? That's us, that's our bodies right here. Flesh and blood, right? But eventually we ain't gonna be flesh and blood. Eventually, we're not gonna be from the ground. Eventually, we're gonna go back to having spiritual bodies. These people are gonna be from the ground. That's why they're gonna die and eventually and go off and do what they do, right? But us as Israelites, you know, we had a period of time that we was in human bodies, which is now, you know, all the days of our what? Appointed time. Job 14 and the 14th verse. All the days of my appointed time will I wait until my change comes. That's why the Lord said, have mercy on them that are appointed to die. We're appointed to die here. There's no way out. That's why it says everlasting chains of darkness. The only way out is the Lord redeeming us and bringing us back and giving us what we once had, what was always promised for us, a heavenly abode. 2 Corinthians 5. It says, if this body be dissolved, we have a heavenly tabernacle with the Lord. Right? So that's when we're going to be fruitful. That's when we're going to increase. Not here. That's why it says, seek the things on above, not the things on the earth. Because all this is perishable goods, and not eternal goods. Okay, so Deuteronomy 30:27. Now it says, remember the days of old. Consider the years of many generations. Ask thy father, he will show thee. Knock, and I'll answer. That's what he said. He said, knock, I come, I'll sup with you. And he will show thee, thy elders, and they will tell thee. When the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance, when he separated the sons of Adam, that's racism. You separate people, that's racism, based on class, and based on skin color, and based on spirit. No, the Lord separated based on spirit, man. Pursuing the Sirach 17 and 7. It's 17 and 17. It says, when in the division of the whole nations, the Lord set a ruler over every people. Israel is the Lord's portion. And being his firstborn, what? He nourished him with his discipline, meaning he gave him his light. But being in his body, being in his flesh, you being stiff-necked, the Lord got to put you in slavery many times for you to come back to the light. As it says in Baruch, the 3rd chapter, you was destroyed, sold to the nations, not for your destruction, but because you provoked him to wrath, man. That's about the Lord's ego. You provoked him to wrath. When your girl, disrespect you and do some shit like that, like the Apostle Rakal was saying in his video, I was watching it yesterday, he was with the other elder brothers. I said he was going in, man. He was going, hey, that's a spirit, brother. That's the spirit of the Lord, man. I was just cracking up watching it, this is what I like to see, man. That's what I like to see, brother. Not this fucking bullshit nigga talking about 1,000 years of being in this captivity, man. You see that? The scripture tell you hasten the day. That was the spirit of him hastening the day, man. A mescaline divine spirit. You know what I mean? Not this fucking bullshit you dudes talking about, man. See, the scripture say, miss not the discourse of the elders, man. Hey, see, that's the discourse, bro. Brothers going in, man. That's the spirit, But anyways, Deuteronomy 32 and the 8th verse. When the Most High divided to the nations, and when he separated the sons of Adam, separated them by spirit, by lot, he set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel. According to the children of Israel. See, everything is about the children of Israel. The Most High created this earth for our sakes. 2 Esdras 6:54 on down, man. Why do we not possess an inheritance with this world? Because the Lord made a holy people unto himself. Deuteronomy 14 and 2. Above all people, man, that's on the face of the earth. Deuteronomy 7 and 6. So the Lord told you to touch not the unclean thing, I'll receive you, man. You can't be a partaker with the white man, with other nations, this one and that one. No, the kingdom is only for Israel, man. The kingdom is only for Israel. It says nothing that shall defile or pollute shall enter therein, man. So in other words, hey, man, it can only be one ruler. It can only be one people sitting on the throne and calling the shots, making the decisions, so the earth could be a fruitful paradise once again. So the 9th verse, it says, for the Lord's portion is his people. Jacob is the lot of his inheritance. He found him in the desert land and in the howling waste wilderness. He led him about and instructed him and kept him as the apple of his eye. That's right. Right now, the Lord's going to come and he's going to find us in the desert land. This is a desert-ass land with no hope, no future, and nothing to look forward to. It says the valley of the shadow of death, where the light is as darkness. In Job, the 10th chapter, the light is as darkness. The understanding of these people, and all the knowledge, you go to Harvard, you don't learn a goddamn thing. You go over there, you learn how to be a degenerate, how to fall farther away from your own roots of your people, how to be far away from the Lord, and how to die quick. That's what you go to these colleges and cemeteries and these churches to die quick. That's the way of death. That's why the Lord said, he that wandereth out the way of understanding remain the congregation of the dead. He said he found him in the desert land and in the waste howling wilderness. He led him about, he instructed him, and kept him as the apple of his eye. The 11th verse, as an eagle stirred up a net, stirred up her nest, fluttered over her young, spread about her wings, and taketh them and buried them on her wing. So the Lord alone did lead him. Nobody else, no other guide, no other power. There is none else. That doesn't exist. That mean the Lord is not omnipotent. Because if there's another sheriff in town, that's competition, some other deity and God that the Lord is wrestling with. No. It's only me. It's only I. Only I exist. The existing one. You know? That's why I say it's all about the Lord and his ego and his power. You see? Ain't nobody else. Nobody else exists. And there was no strange God with him. He made him ride on high places of the earth, that he might increase eat the increase of his fields. Hold on. 13th verse. Let me read again. It said he made him ride on the high place of the earth. See, right now the white man's riding on the high place of the earth. But eventually you're gonna ride on the high places with the ships, with spiritual power. In having the earth in its true form. When you get the woman in her ripe age, you don't get her when she's like 80 years old, man. No, you got her when she was coming up in the world. Yeah. Here it is. The earth is. We're gonna get it in its refreshed state, in its beautiful state, and we're gonna maintain it. We're gonna keep it. You know, and she's gonna yield her increase to you. You know, not other niggas didn't had it. Other, you know. And then you get all fucking 17 sloppy 17ths. No, you're gonna get it refreshed. A new heavens and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness, where it's refreshed. Kainos, right? A refreshed world. You know, in the Greek, kainos. So it says that he might increase, eat the increase of the fields. Who's the he? The Israelite man, the he. That he may eat the increase of the fields. And he made him to suck honey out the rock and oil out of the flinty rock. Okay, have you ever sucked honey out of a rock, man? That's how fruitful the earth is going to be in a parabolic form. Now, but that's literal. The land that flow with milk and honey, it's just the earth is going to be so happy and so spiritually inclined to you that just like a woman just when she happy with you, her shit just start flowing out of it. You know, you just see rivers of living water, man. When a woman really feeling you, see the earth is gonna be feeling us, man. You understand? In layman's terms, because that's how you gotta talk to Jake in layman's terms. They read these scriptures and they're like, what is that? Huh? What does that mean? In layman's terms, just like a woman get all moist for you when you got that power. Scripture says Psalms 110:3, that people shall be willing in the day of thy power. From the dew of thy morning that has the dew of thy youth, right? From the morning that has the dew of thy youth. You know, we're gonna have to do with our youth. The young man pursuing the second chapter that stood amongst the multitude that was taller than all the rest. It says what? He gonna give you crowns upon your head. So we all gonna be powerful. And the earth's gonna yield his increase, her increase to us. All right, likewise, these women, likewise, these nations, likewise, the animals gonna yield their increase to you, man. You know. You ain't gonna have to give your dog away. Oh, I can't have my dog. You know, I can't have my dog. I can't have this. I can't have that. You know. No. You're gonna have everything. I'm gonna cause the seed of Jeshurun to possess all things. Possess all things. Let's get that. Especially the next of your enemies. You know. But the whole earth in and of itself. Called the seed to possess all things. Zechariah 8, yep. And Zechariah 8 and the 11th verse. But now I will not be unto the residue of this people as in the former days, saith the Lord, a host. For the seed shall be prosperous. The vine shall give her fruit. The seed shall be prosperous. Your people. The vine shall give her fruit to earth. The ground shall give her increase to earth. And the heaven shall give their due. And I will cause the remnant of this people to possess all things. The elect of this people on that sign on the 12 tribes chart, the remnant of them to possess all things. And it shall come to pass that as you were cursed amongst the heathen, O house of Judah and house of Israel, northern and southern kingdom, so I will save you, and you shall be a blessing. Fear not, let your hands be strong. That's why it says, Isaiah 29:22, Jacob's face will not wax pale. Okay. So it says, Deuteronomy 32:13, he made him ride on high places of the earth, that he might eat the increase of the fields. And he made him to suck honey out the rock and oil out the flinty rock, better butter of kin and milk of sheep with fat of lambs and rams and bread of Bashan and goats with the fat and kidneys of wheat. Thou didst drink the pure blood of the grape. We're going to drink the pure blood of the grape. Non-GMO foods. That's what they're saying. Non-GMO foods, man. Nothing processed. Everything clean. So my woman just made some juice. She was on the juicer. You know, she was making juice. That shit gave me life, bro. I was eating turmeric and all that shit was all mixed up in the smoothie and shit. That was much better than any any goddamn thing you could buy in the store, man. Better than goddamn electrolyte drinks and all that other shit. You know, sometimes brothers gotta drink that shit. You know, get you a little energy. Nah, bro, you get the juicer and you start making stuff in there, making experiments with the fruit. That motherfucker bring you life, man. You know, because you eating the substance of the essence of the fruit, man. That's what we're gonna get. We're gonna get the substance of that thing, man. The grape of the vine, the blood of the grape, man. You know, the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice, right? Hey, well, it's gonna the juice gonna be sweet, man. You see, we're gonna get the essence of everything, man. From the source, from the root. We don't get shit from the source here. Everything gotta be controlled by this devil. You know? So Isaiah 6:30 and the 20th verse. And though the Lord give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner anymore, but thine eyes shall see thy teachers. That's the water of affliction. This nigga Esau, he controls everything, man. That's the water of affliction. Though he gave you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, which you had to drink of, yet shall your men, your teachers, not be removed into a corner anymore. But your eyes gonna see your teachers. And what's gonna happen? The 21st verse. And thy eyes shall hear a word behind thee saying, this is the way, walk ye in it. When you turn to the right and turn to the left. Ye shall defile also the covering of the graven images of silver, the ornament of thy molten images of gold, and thou shalt cast them away like a minstrel's cloth, and thou shalt say unto it, get thee hence. 23rd verse, the point. Then he shall give thee the rain of thy seed, and thou shalt sow the ground with all, and bread of the increase of the earth, and it shall be fat and plenteous. And in that day shall the cattle feed in large pastures. All right. When Isaiah 29:22 takes place. All right. When these things are fulfilled, when Jacob face wax not pale, when the enemy shall thrust thee through no more, you know, when the Lord gives you the increase of the earth. Again, 23rd verse again. Then shall he give you the rain of thy seed. See, a drought. See, Jacob's in a drought, man. Like when you don't get no pudding, you in a drought. You can't, your seed's not multiplying, you ain't getting no pleasure. See, the Lord's gonna give us the increase. Not, we ain't gonna give us no droughts. So our crops good. The earth, our possessions can increase as you obey him. As you do his will, as you're a perfect people, you know, eventually we'll be a perfect people. He said, he told you in the curses, the first 15 verses of the curses, the 23rd, 28th chapter of Deuteronomy is the blessings. If you shall obey. The other 15 from 15 to 68 on down is the curses. You fuck around, you find out. Here you go. You fuck around and I'm going to give you 15 to 68. That's what I'm going to give you. So it said Isaiah 30 and 23 again. The third time I'm going to read it. Then he shall give thee the rain of thy seed, and thou shalt sow the ground withal, and bread of thy increase of the earth, and it shall be fat and plenteous to thee. And in that day shall thy cattle feed in large pastures, the oxen likewise, and the young ass that ear the ground shall eat clean provender, which have been winnowed with the shovel, with the fan. And who gonna do that work? You heathens gonna do that work. We ain't gonna do a damn thing in the kingdom. All right. Only thing we're gonna do is worship the Lord and go to the Sabbath day and make decisions over people's lives. That's what you're gonna do. And have a lot of children and deal with a lot of concubines. Because we're gonna be at our rest. We're gonna make decisions and we're gonna be getting praised. That's what we're gonna do. That's what we'll be doing. We're gonna be tilling the land. That's your fucking work. You work, devil. You work. You make sure my fields are done the right way. All right. And your daughter, you come to my chambers. Your daughter, she come to my chambers, man. You know. And but you white people, you fucking work, man. You make sure that thing's done the right way. You pick them rocks and you fucking sweat your ass off, man. We ain't gonna do none of that. All right. The scripture say continual employment. We're gonna sever men of continual employment. As Ezekiel the 39th chapter, man. We already had our building up of kingdoms and blood, sweat, and tears. We already went through that shit, building up this whore ass place. You know, the whore. So it goes on to say the 25th verse, and there shall be upon every high mountain and upon every high hill rivers and streams of water in the day of the great slaughter when the towers fall. The two towers, like that movie with McConaughey and Idris Elba, the two towers. The white man was the evil one, you know. The McConaughey was the evil one, you know. He says, the 26th verse, moreover, the light of the moon shall be as the light of the sun, and the light of the sun shall be sevenfold, as the light of 7 days in the day that the Lord bind up the breach of his people and healeth the stroke of their wound. Yeah, that's right. You see, right now, we don't even get as much sunlight as we should, bro. You see, like this devil, he controls. You have something called cloud seeding, you know, and he controls the things with the harp, the elements, and the weather. You know, that's why it says the prince of the power of the air, man. Literally, he controls the airwaves and controls weather events on the earth. That's why the Lord, you gotta get rid of this devil, man. He modifies the weather, man. You know. 27th verse. Behold, the name of the Lord cometh from afar, burning with his anger, and the burden thereof is heavy. His lips are full of indignation, and his tongue as a devouring fire, and his breath as an overflowing stream shall reach to the midst of the neck, to sift the nations with the sieve of vanity. And there shall be a bridle in the jaws of the people, causing them to err. And he shall have a song as in the night, where the holy solemnity is kept, in gladness of heart, as when one goeth to pipe with a pipe to come into the mountain of the Lord, to the mighty one of Israel. And the Lord shall cause his glorious voice to be heard, and shall show the lightning down of his arm, with the indignation of his anger, and with the flame of devouring fire, and with scattering and tempest and hailstones. For through the voice of the Lord shall the Assyrian, the white man, and the other nations, the oppressor, but starting with the white man, through the voice of the Lord shall the Assyrian be beaten down, which smote with a rod. In every place where the ground staff shall pass, which the Lord shall lay upon him, it shall be with the tabret and with the harp, and the battle is shaken will he fight with it. For Tophet is ordained of old, yeah, for the king it is prepared. He had made it deep and large, the pile thereof is fire and much wood. Ezekiel 21:32, man. It says what? The people shall be for the fuel of fire. That's the pile of wood. That's you people. Rebellious, stiff-necked people. Just like in the first flood, you was part of the drowning. Well, this time you're going to be partakers of the lake of fire. The pile thereof is of fire and much wood, and the breath is of the Lord. Like a stream of brimstone doth he kindle it. Isaiah 14:23. The besom of destruction. That's what he's kindling. Like a stream of brimstone. Like the missiles that the British got. The brimstone missiles. Just like that. That's the breath of the Lord's nostrils. So Ezekiel 34:1. And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, prophesy against the shepherds of Israel, against the niggas of Israel, against the demons, against the 1,000 years guys. 1,000 years, brother. 1,000 years. We're gonna, I don't know, maybe possibly we could be here for 1,000 years, guys. 1,000, maybe. I don't know. It's hard to tell. And nigga, it's hard for you to tell. It's hard for you to tell. It's not hard for us. It's not difficult for us. It's hard, man. It's hard to tell. Scripture say, let your yea be yea and your nay be nay, man. Anything other than that proceed of evil. That was evil, man. You know? Thus said the Lord, onto the shepherds. Woe be to the shepherds of Israel that do feed themselves, and do not the shepherds feed the flocks? You see, you niggas are feeding yourselves, man. Starting with you 1,000-year niggas like Alizé and them. You niggas are feeding yourselves off the flock, man. You see, making yourself increase off the woman like a pimp. You know, they talking about you talk like a pimp. No, these are the fucking pimps. All right, you see that? These are the pimps, man. You should be talking about them. All right, all these dudes scoffing and talking all this shit about the true men of the Lord, and here it is. They don't got a fucking word to say about these evil, dumbass niggas, man. All right? They got a word to say about all these fucking weirdos, bro, and all these fucking clowns, man. You got true men of the Lord that'll die about this thing, and here it is. They'll come up against you talking about you the fucking problem on the earth. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? You see why the Lord is gonna fuck up these people, man, on the sign, bro? You know, and the inhabitants of the earth, bro. Because they can't see, they ain't got no vision, man. They don't understand what the Lord is doing, bro. He's building up a third temple with spiritual men that's about to run this earth, bro. You see, and those of you that's smart enough to understand, got vision, right? The best thing you can do is align yourself and believe on the word of their testimony, man. Because they're testifying on the behalf of their Lord, man. You see what I'm saying? Not talk shit about the true dignitaries. You understand? Because they're the ones gonna be set up to rule over you. You see, over the earth, over the Lord's creation. You know, but here it is. You're supposed to curse out the evil amongst your people, man. These fucking pimps and pastors that call themselves devouring the vineyard of the Lord, man. Not making it increase. You understand? But anyway, it says the third verse. It says, "Ye eat the fat, and ye clothe you with wool. Ye kill them that are fed, but ye feed not the flock." Fourth verse. "The disease have ye not strengthened, neither have ye healed the sick, neither have ye bound up that which is broken, neither have ye brought again that which was driven away." See, we're bringing in that which was driven away. You know, the outcast. Scripture say, "Assemble the outcasts of Israel," man. Gather mine elect unto me. That's what he said. He didn't say fucking go on a podcast and show your ass in front of Adam 22 like these celebrities do, man. He didn't tell you to be LeBron James and shit and go make deal with the small hatter Adam 22, man. You know? It says, "Neither have ye healed that which was sick, neither have ye bound up that which was broken, neither have ye brought in again that which was driven away. Neither have ye sought that which was lost." Scripture says, "Seek the lost sheep of the house of Israel. But with force and with cruelty have you ruled over them." The kings of the Gentiles, what? Exercise lordship over them, right? "But it shall not be so amongst you." That's what the Lord told his disciples. Fifth verse. "And they were scattered because there was no shepherd. And they became meat to all the beasts of the field, for they were scattered." Yeah, there was no scatter. There was no shepherds. There was nobody stand up for the people. It says Psalms 94 and 16. "Who shall stand up for me against the workers of iniquity," man? Dudes are not standing up for the workers against the workers of iniquity, man. You know, if you mention Esau as once in a while, that'll be a miracle. You know, if you mention what's going on in society, that'll be a miracle. You know, you going into prophecy, that's a miracle. It's a chance occurrence for you profiteers. You know, sixth verse. It says, "My sheep wandered throughout all the mountains, through all these governments. They're going into you see Jake, they're going to buying passports. They think they're going to Denmark, this one, that one. They're going in America. They want to be this guy. They want to go. You know, they're wandering throughout all the mountains, over all the government. They can't find what it is that they really are. You know, they're looking for let's be this. Let's be doctors. Let's be scientists and shit. Let's go and be strippers or whatever the fuck. They're trying to find their lives. You see, scriptures tell you, John 12 and 25, "He that seeks to save his life shall lose it. And he that findeth for my sake shall keep it on the life eternal," man. They're seeking their lives in things that are not prosperous. You know? So it says, "My sheep have wandered throughout all the mountains, upon every high hill," trying to be governors and senators and this and that, and goddamn entertainers, trying to be part of this white man's world. "Yeah, my flock was scattered upon all the face of the earth, and none did search or seek after him. Therefore, ye shepherds, hear the word of the Lord. As I live, Said the Lord power, surely because my flock became a prey. My flock became meat to every basket, to every beast of the field. All the nations. There was no shepherd, neither did my shepherds search for my flock, but the shepherds fed themselves and fed not my flock. Therefore, O ye shepherds, hear the word of the Lord. Thus said the Lord power, behold, I am against the shepherds, and I will require my flock at their hand, and cause them to cease from feeding the flock. Neither, that's why it says their tongue shall cleave to the roof of their mouth, man. Neither shall the shepherds feed themselves anymore, for I will deliver my flock from their mouth, that they may not be meat for them. For thus saith the Lord, behold, even I, will both search my sheep and seek them out, one by one. It says, shall not a single, the Lord will shift the house of Israel, but shall not the least grain fall upon the earth. You know? When you read John 10 and 28, it says, what? No one can pluck them out of my Father's hand. 12th verse. As a shepherd seeketh out his flock in the day that he is among his sheep that are scattered, so will I seek out my sheep, the scattered, James 1 and 1, the scattered, to the 12 tribes, scattered abroad greeting, right? So will I seek out my sheep and will deliver them out of all places where they have been scattered in the dark and cloudy day. Like when Esau called your rulership, what he called it? He called it the dark ages. Well, Esau's rulership is a dark fucking age, man. Ain't no age of enlightenment. This ain't the Renaissance period. Ever since you devils came to power, that's the true dark age, the cloud and dark day. That's you. That's what happened when you devils were ruling. You know, there was no wisdom on the earth until the Lord called this truth to come forth. You know, all that other wisdom, the Lord told you it was vanity. In 1 Corinthians, the 1st chapter, the knowledge of this world is foolishness with the Most High, man. Foolishness. Science falsely so called, man. You know? So it says, 13th verse, Ezekiel 34 and 13. I'll bring them out from the people and gather them from out the countries, and I'll bring them to their own land, a fruitful land, the Holy Land. That's where everybody's fighting over. Everybody's fighting over the Holy Land. The Crusaders fought over it. This one, the Muslim, Salahadin, this one, that one. Now you got the small hatters fighting over it with the other Palestinians. None of you motherfuckers belong in the land. None of you asswipe heathens belong in our lands with your greedy fucking paws off our lands. The scriptures tell you that against the children of Israel, Exodus 11 and 7, shall not a dog move his tongue. You are dogs. Scripture tell you there's a difference between the Ethiopian and the Egyptian and the Israelite, man. There's a difference. Lord calls to put a difference, man. That's our lands, and it'll be returned to its proper owner. This is my earth. This is our earth, and it's going to be returned to its proper owner, man. 14th verse. And I will feed them in good pasture, in a good land. Again, Jeremiah 3 and 1. What does it say? The polluted land. Shall a man return unto the polluted land? No. The Lord is going to cleanse this land through the fire. That's the ultimate cleansing missile. Not any type of fire, thermonuclear fire, man. Hydrogen fire. Not a regular California fire, wildfire. No, thermonuclear fire. Hailstone, brimstone. Okay? It says, upon the high mountains of Israel shall be their fold. A good pasture, I will feed them with good pasture, and upon the high mountains of Israel shall be their fold. It says, there shall lie in a good fold, and in a fat pasture they shall feed upon the mountains of Israel. I will feed my flock, and I will cause them to lie down, said the Lord power, and I will seek that which was lost, and bring again that which was driven away, and will bind up that which was broken, and will strengthen that which was sick. But I will destroy the fat and strong, and I will feed them with judgment. But as for you, O my flock, thus saith the Lord power, behold, I will judge between cattle and cattle, between the rams and the goats. Seemeth it a small thing unto you to have eaten up the good pasture, but ye must tread down with your feet the pastures, the residue of your pasture, and to have drunk of the deep waters, but ye must foul. Oh, Salaki. One second. Salaki. They're knocking at the door. Yeah, man, Salaki, Salaki. But Ezekiel 39 and the 20th verse. It says, "As for my flock, they eat which ye have trodden down with your feet, and they drink that which ye have fouled with your feet." It says, "Therefore, thus saith the Lord unto them, Behold, I, even I, will judge between the fat cattle and between the lean cattle, because ye have thrust with side and with shoulder, and pushed all the disease with your horns, till ye have scattered them abroad. Therefore will I save my flock, and they shall no more be a prey. And I will judge between cattle and cattle, and I will set up one shepherd over them, and he shall feed them, even my servant David." Yeah, over David, King Kings, but your physical king. I mean, the Lord's gonna be with us too. But your earthly king, you got a heavenly king, you know. Then you got the most high, Yahweh Shai, King David, right? But it's written this way, right? It says, "I will give you one servant, one king, my servant David. He shall feed them, he shall be their shepherd. And I, the Lord, will be their guide, and my servant David a prince amongst them. I, the Lord, have spoken it. And I will make with them a covenant of peace, and will cause the covenant of peace, and will cause the evil beasts to cease out the land, and they shall dwell safely in the wilderness and sleep in the woods." Yeah, again, Isaiah 29:22. Israel shall dwell in safety alone. "And they shall be safe in their land, and shall know that I am the Lord, when I have broken the bands off their yoke. When I have broken the bands of their yoke and delivered them out the hand of those that serve themselves of them." That's all these nations. "And they shall be no more prey to the heathen, neither shall the beasts of the land devour them. But they shall dwell safely, and none shall make them afraid. And I will raise up from them a plant of renown, and they shall be no more consumed with hunger in the land." Yeah, because famine. The Lord said he's going to bring a famine, not of bread and water, hearing the word of the Lord. Yeah, but also a physical famine. The Lord will bring famines to these people. That's why he said the heathen shall envy thee. They shall be able to do nothing against thee. But my servants shall eat. That shall be hungry. My servants shall eat. So that's a famine. That's a famine. All right. So it says they shall be no more consumed with hunger in the land, neither shall they bear the shame of the heathen anymore. Thus shall they know that I, the Lord, their power, am with them, and they that even the house of Israel are my people, said the Lord power. Ye my flock, the flock of my pasture are men, and I am your God, said the Lord power. That's right. That's right, man. So Deuteronomy 6:1. Now these are the commandments, the statutes, and the judgments the Lord your power commanded you to teach you, that ye might do them in the land whether you go to possess it. So the land can give you the increase. It says that thou mightest fear the Lord thy power, to keep all his statutes and his commandments, which I command thee, thou and thy son and thy son's son, all the days of thy life, and that thy days may be prolonged. Hear thou therefore, O Israel, and observe to do it, that it may be well with thee, that ye may increase mightily. That ye may increase mightily. So we're about to increase mightily, as the Lord power of thy fathers had promised thee, in the land that floweth with milk and honey. It's going to be flowing out the rock, as you read earlier. That it's going to flow out the rock, man. All right. Hear ye therefore, Israel, Deuteronomy 6:3, and observe to do it, that it may be well with thee, and that ye may increase mightily. All right. Psalm 67:6. Then shall the earth yield her increase, and the Most High shall even be our power and shall bless us. Right. So that ye may be well within, that ye may increase mightily, Deuteronomy 7:6-3, as the Lord God of thy fathers have promised thee, in the land that flow with milk and honey. Right. First Maccabees chapter 1, and the first verse. Now in the 103 year, 163rd, no, 172nd year, 12th year, yeah, 172. 172nd year of King Demetrius, gathered his forces together and went into Media to get him help to fight against Tryphon. But when Arsaces, the king of Persia and the Medes, heard that Demetrius was entered within his borders, he sent one of his princes to take him alive, who went and smote the heart of Demetrius and took him and brought him to Arsaces, by whom he put in ward. As for the land of Judea, that was quiet all the days of Simon, for he sought the good of his nation in such wise as that evermore his authority and honor pleased them well. As he was an honorable man in all his acts, so that he took Joppa for a haven and made an entrance to the Isle of the Seas, and enlarged the bounds of his nation and recovered the country, and gathered together a great number of captives in the dominion of Gazara and Bethsura, and the tower out to which he took all uncleanness. Neither was there any that resisted him. Then did they till their ground in peace, and the earth gave her increase, and the trees of the field their fruit. Okay, so First Maccabees, the 14th chapter, right? See, you need a real man in order for the earth to get its increase, man. He had to set this up, man. All right. The man got to set this up. A true ruler got to come in there, gather the people, move shit out the way, remove the evil, remove the niggas, remove the, gather up a force, so the land can yield its increase. All right. The 8th verse. Then they did till the ground, and the earth gave her increase, and the trees of the field their fruit. The ancient men sat in their streets, communing together of good things, and the young men put on glorious warlike apparel. He provided victuals for the cities and set them in all manner of munitions, so that his honorable name was renowned unto the end of the world. How much more? See, this time, all right, this time the Lord gonna set you up, and he ain't gonna remove you out of there. Your kingdom, it says, the increase of his government shall there be no end. Isaiah 9:7. Of the increase of his government, there shall be no end. So when you till the ground, when you empower, when your babies come forth, there'll be no end of it. Nobody's gonna come in there and take it from you. The ancient men sat in their streets, communing, that's peace. Communing together of good things, and the young men put on glorious warlike apparel. That's when the house of mirth is up there. That's when you up there in the house of mirth. Everybody's happy. There's no misery because the ruler has established a community, a kingdom for you to live in, man. For you to prosper, for everybody to study what they want to and live, and have their families, and there's no ulterior motives. No. There's never peace on the earth. Nothing but cool. Everybody's cool. Everybody's happy. Everybody goes outside. The kids be playing around. Scriptures tell you that where was that at? Zechariah. Is it the 8th chapter, man? Children playing in the streets. A man with the staff in his hand. See where that's at, bro. See what that said, man. Yeah, Zechariah 8, man, brother. That's my favorite chapter, man. One of my top chapters, brother. Zechariah, the 8th chapter. That's a powerful chapter, man. Zechariah 8 and the 3rd verse. Thus saith the Lord, I am returned unto Zion, not to Edom. Why is he going to return to the white man? No, he returned to them that I knew. Amos 3 and 2. Only you have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore, I will punish you for your iniquities. I return to you and will dwell in the midst of Jerusalem, and Jerusalem shall be a holy city of truth, and the mountain of the house of the Lord of hosts, the holy mountain. The holy mountain. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, there shall yet old men and old women dwell in the streets of Jerusalem, and every man with his staff in his hand for very age. Now, when you an old man and an old woman in the kingdom, you ain't gonna look like an old man, old woman. You're gonna be 20,000 years old, and your ass still gonna look like you 20, whatever, however old, You'll be 20 million years old, and you still gonna look the same way, That's nothing. That's nothing. 20 million years. That's nothing. The white man talking about 13 billion years. He don't know. He can't even live 80 years, man. He can't even live 90 years, 100 years without getting a transplant for some Jake. How many heart surgeries this nigga David Rockefeller had? you know, you know. So it says, every man with his hand and his staff, his staff in his hand for a very age. That's an ancient tradition of ours. For you little scoffers, Well, you think you're Moses. You think you're Moses with a staff. You think you are. That's an ancient tradition of ours, by the way. All right. For you fucking clowns out there, man. All right. Don't understand the ways of the Lord, man. All right. It says, "And the streets of the city shall be full of boys and girls playing in the streets thereof. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, if it be marvelous in the eyes of the remnant of this people in these days, shall it also be marvelous in my eyes, saith the Lord of hosts." All right. Behold, I will save my people from the east country and from the west country. Thus saith the Lord of hosts. All right. So the streets of Jerusalem or the streets of the city shall be full of boys and girls playing in the streets thereof. Not like the Boys and Girls Club. See, you got to make a Boys and Girls Club in this society because the boys and girls can't play in the streets. The boys and girls can't play in the street. You got to make a Boys and Girls Club. We don't have no fucking Boys and Girls Club in the kingdom. Everywhere they go, you go to play outside, man. Yeah, you're going to have, places where they go and whatever, you know what I'm saying? But hey, look, bro, you ain't gonna be worried about your kid, man. Come down before the sun goes down. Your mama needs to tell you, man, come down before the sun goes down. You ain't gonna have to be talking like that, man. The streets of Jerusalem, which are gonna be paved in gold and beryl and silver and carbuncle and all these things. Jeff sapphire, jasmine, rubies. The kids are gonna play on the streets just like they do today. Ain't gonna be no bums up there. Ain't gonna be no drug needles. This is the white man's kingdom. You got drug needles every fucking where. Syringes, crack vials. Used condoms everywhere. That but used rubbers everywhere. Men skeet all over the place, man. Piss everywhere. Dog doodoo, men doodoo, dung. You know, more syringes, more crack, more fentanyl. You just walking down the street and you just stabbed your toe. Now you got all kind of, now you got 6 diseases. You know. You know. So yeah, First Maccabees for the 14th chapter, right? And the 10th verse. It says he provided victuals for the cities, and he set them, see the Lord, see when a real man's in power, he provides victuals for you, take care of you, and you able to yield your increase. You're not miserable, you're not fucked up, and you're not constantly on survival mode. Your woman is constantly on survival mode, underneath the devil. You are constantly in survival mode underneath this devil. You're not able to really do what you exploit your real talents, man. A singer, a dancer. You know how many talented people they are? They stuck working in fucking McDonald's, because they ain't got nothing else to do. They can't do nothing else. No, they don't have no documentation, whatever the hell. They got to work in the picking oranges and shit, They ain't got no papers, no documents. He provided victuals for the city and set them in all manner of munition. See, the Lord's going to give us all manner of munition, ammo, substance. Exodus, the 12th chapter and the 34th verse, 33rd verse. And the Egyptians who were urging upon the people that they might send them out of the land in haste, for they said, we be all dead men. And the people took their dough before it was leavened, and their kneading trogs, being bound and up all their clothes upon their shoulders. And the children of Israel did according to the word of Moses. And they borrowed of the Egyptians silver, jewels, and jewels of gold and raiment. Well, we didn't borrow them, we just took it. It says it borrowed. We took it. So it's going to say in the 36th verse, and the Lord gave the people favor in the sight of the Egyptians, so they lent unto them such things as they require, and they spoiled the Egyptians. See, we're going to spoil the Egyptians, man. We're going to spoil the Egyptians. We're going to spoil them again. So First Maccabees 14 and 10, it says, and set them in all manner of munition. That's what a good ruler does for you. And so that his honorable name was renowned unto the end of the world. Our honorable names are going to be renowned all the ends of the world for taking care of the earth. Everybody's going to be happy. Everybody's going to have a big old smile on their face, a fat bank account. Everybody's going to be taken care of, man. Like the old stories of Henry Ford. They used to give niggas $500 a day. That was take care. You see, everybody loved Henry Ford because he was giving everybody $500 a day. Shit, everybody's going to love the men of Israel because we're going to give you increase every day. You're going to be taken care of every day. You other nations going to be taken care of every day. After you get your ass whooped, after we kick you right in your ass, then you're going to be taken care of. Like a good father, he whoop your ass and he take care of you. You know, your father whoop your ass, then he give you a pat on the back. You see that? Just like the Most High did. See, we're going to be over these nations like the Most High is over us and his son are over us. So we're going to be their guides. You're going to be the woman's guide. And you're going to whoop her ass and then bring her back. Like the apostle said, disrespect me, I'll whoop you. And that's a spirit, you see? And you disrespect me. Go ahead. Yeah. That's a spirit, bro. You know? That's a spirit of the ancient warlike spirit. See, not this fucking politically correct bullshit of today. Talking about 1,000 years. 1,000 years. 1,000 years. You see? See, women gonna get fucked up, and then we're gonna take care of them. You see? Because hey, they've been rebels. Didn't we get fucked up? See, they're gonna have to be up under you. You know, just like I said, the nations are you're gonna be their guides over the nations, and you're gonna be the guides over the women. And they're gonna call you Lord, and they're gonna bow their heads to you, and everything, their lives are gonna be in your hands. But it's gonna be in perfection. You ain't gonna have to threaten them in order for them to understand. They're gonna love you just because. You know, what a crazy concept, brother. What a crazy concept. A woman just love you for you. Goddamn. Ain't that a crazy concept? It's like a pipe dream in this society. A bitch love you for you. Not because anything you got, you know. Well, we're gonna have everything. But at the end of the day, that's how it's gonna go. The Lord's gonna take all that malice out of her, man. And all that all that living, you know, if you will. So it says, so that his honorable name was renowned unto in the end of the world. Our honorable name is going to be renowned. He made peace in the land. We're going to make peace in the land. And Israel rejoiced with great joy. And every man sat under his vine and fig tree, and there was none to afraid him. Neither was there any left in the land to fight against them. Yeah, the kings themselves were overthrown in those days. See, the Lord's going to overthrow kings for our sakes. He said, Isaiah 43 and 30 and 4. Say, I'll give Egypt for thy ransom, and Seba for thee. I'll give people for thee, nations for you, for your sake. You know? So yeah, the kings themselves were overthrown in those days. Moreover, he strengthened all those of his people that were brought low. The law he searched out, and every contender of the law, and every wicked person he took away. Ooh, and he beautified the sanctuary and multiplied vessels of the temple. All right, that's what a true leader does, a true men. All right, not you fucking demons and you mismanagers. You fuck everything you touch up. All right, including your own lives. All right, can't lead your own goddamn selves. That's why you make statements like 1,000 years, 1,000 years, brother, 1,000 years. You gotta be sick in your fucking head, man. Talking about 1,000 years. You might as well be one of these worldly clowns. Might as well. You might as well just put on the G unit fit, whatever fuck they wear these days. I don't know. I'm an old man now. I'm an old man now. I don't know who is up now. I don't know. Little baby, put on some 4PF gear and go out there and just tell everybody it's gonna be good. You know, you don't have to act like you're an Israelite. You don't have to do none of that no more. Just go and show your ass like the world. Just do that. You know, and leave the teaching to the professionals, man. All right. So Deuteronomy 28, I mentioned earlier the curses and the blessings. The blessings are found from the first verse to the 15th verse. These are the blessings. So it says, and it shall come to pass that if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord, no, half-assed. No, diligently unto the voice of the Lord. To observe, to do all his commandments. See, you niggas are not hearkening diligently. Therefore, you make statements like 1,000 years, brother. To observe all his commandments, if you hearken diligently, obsessed with it, all right, as it says that the house of Stephanus have addicted themselves to this ministry, the house of Stephanus, the house of Jason, the first fruits of the kingdom, man. They have diligently sought after this, man. Meaning what? They was obsessed with this. They gave themselves to this. 1 Corinthians, the 16th chapter, man. It speaks about the house of Stephanus. They have addicted themselves to this ministry. Unlike you, 1,000-year boy. So you can't compare yourself to men like us. I don't care how many fucking subscribers you got and how many niggas kiss your ass and how many people talk about, oh, you the great gorilla. You see that? They don't. The Lord is with the few, the lowly, not with the highly exalted. That's why I did that video. You sleeping on a brothers. You see that? The people will follow these ass clowns over you because you ain't got no following. You understand that? But see, that's what the Lord always dealt with. The lowly, like David. Nobody ever thought of. Nobody gave a damn. Don't have 20,000, 30,000 people on the stream, 1,000,000 people on the stream. You see that? To observe and to do his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will see thee, set thee on high above all nations. The Lord thy power will set thee on high above all nations. Second verse, and all these blessings shall come upon thee and overtake thee if thou will hearken on to the voice of the Lord. These blessings gonna overtake you. Not the curses gonna overtake you. The blessings gonna overtake you. Meaning you drowning in wealth. Like Eddie Murphy said, I'm just drowning in pudding. I'm just drowning in pudding. I'm so blessed. He's like, delirious. You remember he was wearing a red suit? He was like, man, I'm just drowning in it. I'm just drowning in it. It's just falling out of my pockets. You're blessed. See? When the curses overtake you, you ain't got no pudding. You ain't got no women. You ain't got no fruitful fields. You ain't got no sovereignty. You ain't got no lands. You know? Blessed shall thou be in the city, and blessed shall thou be in the field. Blessed shall be the fruit of thy body, and fruit of thy ground, fruit of the ground, the earth, the fruit of thy cattle, and the increase of thy kin. Your brothers, everyone around you, the increase of your kin, man. You ain't gonna have no broke family members, you know. Bro, this one he always gotta come around asking for shit, you know. You gotta support everybody around you. You gotta be the breadwinner, you know. Shit is with shit. You see what I'm saying, bro? You ain't gonna have to do no shit like that no more. You know, and the flocks of thy sheep, blessed shall be the basket in thy store. Blessed shalt thou be when thou comest in, and blessed when shall be when thou goest out. The Lord shall cause thy enemies that rise up against thee to be smitten before thy face. Get their asses beat down before your face. You know? It says, they shall come out against thee one way and shall flee before thee 7 ways. They shall flee before thee 7 ways. The Lord shall command the blessing upon thee in thy storehouses. In thy storehouses. And in all that thou says thy hand to do, he shall bless thee in the land which thy Lord thy power shall give thee. The Lord shall establish thy holy people unto himself as he has sworn unto thee. He shall establish you a holy people unto himself as he has sworn unto thee, if thou shalt keep the commandments of the Lord thy power and walk in his ways. And all the people of the earth shall see that thou art called by the name of the Lord God, and they shall be afraid of thee. You see these white people, they're afraid, brother. They are afraid. They see you stand upon your feet. They see you not talking like a regular nigga. They see you not wearing a dress. They see you not painting your fucking nails like Draymond Green. They see you not being a podcaster. They're fucking terrified, and as they should be, because the Lord told you he's going to bring the dread of you upon all nations. The fear and dread upon you. See, they don't fear you. Man gotta be feared, bro. If he's not feared, then niggas will play with you. You see that? He's gonna be the fear and dread of you upon all nations. See, a nigga ain't gonna do that shit no more. You put your foot right up his ass, he ain't gonna do that shit no more. I guarantee you, he ain't gonna do that shit no more. All right? I guarantee you, he ain't gonna play games no more, man. He ain't gonna tread on your name no more. You put your foot straight up his ass. He ain't gonna do that shit no more. Nigga think shit is sweet. All right? They think shit is sweet, and then they find out. All right? Hey, case in point, like your man Shopper. Shopper thought shit was sweet. He was talking all kind of shit, and I had to put my foot right up his ass. And what happened? He ain't gonna do that shit again. I guarantee you, if my name comes up again, he ain't gonna fucking disrespect no more. You see that? You see how the spirit of the Lord works? You see? Then I said, then the brother sent me some tweet talking about, oh, well, he was talking about shit and all this other shit. You see? Never repented. Understand? You don't understand what you're involved in. Understand? I'm just using the dude as an example. All right? I guarantee you ain't gonna do that shit again. I guarantee you he ain't gonna say a word. All right. So Deuteronomy 11. Oh, actually, the second verse. Actually, the second verse. 25th verse. And this day will I begin to put the dread of thee and the fear of thee upon the nations that are under thee, under the whole heaven. Who shall hear a report of thee and shall tremble and be in anguish because of thee? That's what they really supposed to do. They're supposed to look at you like you some fucking teddy bear that they can just talk shit about and they can just run around. That's what happens in this world. They just, man, if you just quiet and shit like that until you put your foot up a nigga ass, then they gotta understand. Okay, we're dealing with a different individual right here. This is who we're dealing with. You see? Then they're gonna start looking, faces start dropping and change. Shit starts changing. Respect starts being given. You see? That's the difference. So Deuteronomy 28, back in 28, and the ninth verse, the Lord shall establish thee a holy people unto himself, as he has sworn unto thee, if thou shalt keep the commandments of the Lord thy power and walk in his ways. And all the people of the earth shall see that thou art called by the name of the Lord, and they shall be afraid of thee. And the Lord shall make thee plenteous in goods, and in the fruit of thy body, and in the fruit of thy cattle, and in the fruit of thy ground, in the land which the Lord sware unto thy father to give it to thee. The Lord shall open up his good treasure in the heaven to give the rain unto the land in his season, and to bless all the work of thy hands. And thou shalt lend unto many nations, and thou shalt not borrow. And the Lord shall make thee the head and not the tail. And thou shalt be above only, and thou shalt not be beneath. If thou wilt hearken unto the commandments of the Lord thy power, which I command thee this day, to observe and to do them. And thou shalt not go aside from any of the words which I command thee this day to the right hand or to the left to go after other gods. You see, Isaiah 30 and 22. It said, when you hear the word, when you turn to the right and we turn to the left, you shall hear the word saying, this is the way, walk ye in it. Right? 21 and 22. Isaiah 30 chapter, which you read earlier. All right. That's why it says, the 14th verse, thou shalt not go aside from any of the words which I command thee this day to the right hand or to the left to go after other gods to serve them. All right. So Deuteronomy 33 and verse 25 says, thy shoes shall be iron and brass, as the days so shall thy strength be. Power, iron and brass. Your shoes, you got iron toed shoes, those are powerful shoes. You got iron brass shoes, powerful shoes, man. Powerful. Your feet gonna be powerful. Here it is. You got this weak in today's world, man. You got this, something falls on your foot, you're done for. You twist your ankle, that's it. But you're gonna have power, in other words. 26th verse. It says it says what? The youth shall, in Isaiah 40, they shall run, not be weary, shall run, not faint, shall walk, not faint. They're gonna have power. There is none like unto the God of Jeshurun, who rideth upon the heaven and thy help, and his excellency is on the sky. The eternal God is thy refuge, and underneath are the everlasting arms. He shall thrust out the enemy from before thee and say, destroy them. And you're gonna take heed, not like Saul did. You're gonna take heed. You're gonna wipe them out. You're gonna get rid of them. Delete. Press the delete button. The eternal God is thy refuge, underneath all the everlasting arms, and he shall thrust out the enemy from before thee, and shall say, destroy them. Israel then shall dwell in safety alone. There you go. His face now wax pale. Isaiah 29:22. And the fountain of Jacob shall be upon a land of corn and wine, and also his heaven shall drop down dew. Happy art thou, O Israel, who is like unto thee, O people saved by the Lord, the shield of thy help, who is the sword of thy excellency, and thy enemies shall be found liars unto thee, and thou shalt tread down their high places. That's right. So we shall dwell safety alone. The fountain of Jacob shall be upon a land of corn and wine. That's the whole earth, yielding its increase to you. Like a woman yields her increase to a real man. Then his heaven shall also drop down dew. So Psalms 110 and 3, that people shall be willing in the day of thy power, and say, that has to do with thy youth. From the morning that has to do with thy youth. There you go. So Psalm 67, I'll leave it there because I got to go out with the brother a little bit in a few, to be out there in a minute. And it's in a jiffy, you know, like Esau would say, in a jiffy, you know. Psalm 67 and verse 4. Oh, let the nations be glad and sing for joy, for thou shalt judge the people righteously and govern the nations upon the earth. Let the people praise thee, O Most High, and let the people praise thee. And then shall the earth yield her increase to who? To us. Because the earth said, the Lord said he created the earth to be inhabited, man. I created the earth to be inhabited. He didn't make the earth in vain. He said, I have not created the earth in vain. Isaiah, when you read the 17th verse, it says, Israel shall be dwelling, shall be saved, a world without end. All Israel shall be saved, a world without end. Now, when you read the 18th verse, it said, thus said the Lord that created the heavens and the Most High Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua himself, that formed the earth and made it. He have established it, he created it not in vain, meaning the earth is not going to be destroyed. The Lord created this garden east of Eden, you know, for our sakes. He made it not in vain. He made it so you could enjoy it. And he formed it to be inhabited. I am the Lord, there's none else. I have not spoken in secret in a dark place of the earth. I have said not unto the seed of Jacob, seek ye me in vain. For I, the Lord, speak righteousness, and I do declare right things, things that are right. So this is right, to give the earth back into the hands of the Israelites, the elect men of Israel, to give you devils the double recompense of your cup that you're supposed to drink, and to put the earth in its perpetual balance with nature, like the George Augustine said. Hey, they were half right. A broken clock is half right. The earth is going to be put under perpetual order with nature underneath the Israelites, not underneath you cracker devils that have been polluting and graping the earth, you know, and mismanaging the Lord's creation, man. So with that, I'm gonna leave it there. I say, Kahalaim La Yahweh, by Shem Al Shai, by Shem, Bakakwadash, double honors to our apostle elders. Peace I take to you, elect that will be fruitful upon this earth, man. Shalom.